If you're ready for a whole life makeover, you're in the right place. Comment legacy and
drop a freedom in the comments and I'll show you exactly how we're helping men create their own path to freedom.
I'll send you the exact online business model that changed everything for me.
You might have come across some of these posts already. You know, the ones from people claiming to have quit the 9 to 5, earning 6-figure, 7-figure incomes, living a flashy life. How's it work? Well, all you need to do is convince people to spend nearly $7,000 on a water ionizer and some turmeric tea and whatever this is.
When turned on, MGuard harmonizes targeted electromagnetic noise radiation within 1 gigahertz.
Are you still with me? You want freedom, right? For the last couple of years, I've been investigating Enagic. It's a multi-level marketing company, but from now on, I'm just going to refer to it as an MLM. The concept isn't new. It's network marketing. You buy a product, sell it to someone in your social circle and pocket a commission. But Enagic isn't like your grand's Tupperware parties.
And this one is ideal for your bacon or your little slices.
Since the dawn of social media, things have gotten intense. And people are losing more money than ever.
It was a $20,000 loan, which was going to be $30,000.
Here, I'm going to try to tell you everything I found out about Enagic. Its salespeople, how MLMs reel you in, and how they send you broke.
G'day, I'm Kevin Cobbin. I work as a support worker. I've got 18 grandkids. We like to go fishing. I'm here because I don't want the next person to suffer like I did.
I'll come back to Kev's story soon, but first, some background. You might have thought MLMs began with the Avon ladies. Women who sold perfume door to door. But the model really came about after the Second World War, when an American
You should meet Carl Renborg. He is the man who developed Nutrilite food supplements.
who started making homemade vitamins met these two,
Mr. Lee Meitinger and Dr. William Castleberry.
who came up with the first multi-level compensation plan. Here's how it worked. Renborg's vitamin company was going nowhere. He's got heaps of competition and isn't a real flash salesman. That changes when he signs over sales and marketing to Meitinger and Castleberry, who turn salespeople into distributors.
And the person who presents the story is a member of your own community, your Nutrilite distributor.
And allow them to earn a commission not only on their sales, but on the sales of people they recruit, and the people they recruit. In MLM world, this is called a downline. The more people you bring on board, the more money flows back up to you. Selling vitamins is now beside the point. All the salespeople need to do is keep convincing people under them to keep placing orders. Using Renborg's vitamins as cover, a business structure resembling a pyramid is born. The US Federal Trade Commission ends up ruling this model isn't a pyramid scheme because people are selling real products. But research has shown over 99% of people who get involved in an MLM lose money. And you'd be better off taking part in a classic pyramid scheme, where only about 90% of people lose money.
That's why they are an absolute rort. It's only the people at the very top of the pyramid, albeit not a pyramid scheme, are making money.
Nutrilite's revenue explodes by 50,000%. And two of its salespeople set up a little company called American Way, or as you might know it,
Amway, big on quality.
The biggest MLM in the world. Multi-level marketing flourishes, spreading globally. Normal direct selling companies like Avon adopt the model, and many others start to emerge.
Herbalife.
You need Mary Kay.
But these days, it's not so much about Tupperware parties. It's more about lifestyle content. And the salespeople I've been following are masters at this. But before we go on, a quick background on Enagic. It's a Japanese MLM that sells turmeric capsules, shower heads, this thing.
Our patented technology neutralizes the harmful effects of electromagnetic radiation.
And its flagship innovation, a water ionizer.
Changing the world's concept of water.
You might have heard some pretty wild claims about Kangen water online. like this.
It actually works as an antioxidant in the body.
A 9.5 water with lemon alkalizes your body, supports digestion and supports detox.
2.5 in my spray bottle, and I'm going to...
It's mopping up free radicals in the body and actually giving your body electrons.
Because wellness isn't just for us.
Anti-aging, health promoting, water full of health giving benefits.
In Australia, the Therapeutic Goods Administration has not approved any health claims about it, and researchers at Harvard say it's no better than tap water. Now, back to Kev.
A good friend of mine, his business partner was in Enagic, and I was sort of watching it for about 18 months, and she sort of gave a sense that, you know, she was doing all this stuff on the money that she was making off Enagic.
This is textbook. You are the product. Your amazing lifestyle is the product, even though the actual product is a benchtop water ioniser that costs nearly $7,000. And notice how the salespeople all sound similar?
It's an opportunity for you to really create wealth.
Create real wealth and freedom.
Long-term generational wealth.
Generational wealth.
Generational wealth for my family.
You'll be set for life and so will your family.
People who want more time freedom.
More time freedom. Financial freedom.
Get ahead, escape the matrix.
Escaping the matrix.
Escape the rat race.
I escaped the corporate world.
Let me explain that. Using social media lifestyle content to sell these products was pioneered by Canadian Enagic distributor Balazs Cardos. Sometime during COVID, he connected with Australians Clint Morgan and Christy Ord, who set up their own version of Balazs' operation called the Freedom Era. Quick side note, the Freedom Era is actually based in Cyprus of all places, and Balazs Cardos is listed as a director. There are heaps of associated Facebook groups and sales funnels, like the old Rural Freedom Movement.
Welcome to the Rural Freedom Movement. This space was created with you in mind.
Which I was briefly part of. I'm a rural guy, I like freedom, but they booted me out. Anyway, it's a subscription service for Enagic distributors, offering coaching, sales tactics, scripts, which is why they all kind of sound the same. But back to Kev. He's on the hook, all they need to do is reel him in. Why not try a high-pressure sales tactic?
Then she said to me that there was a $2,000 bonus if you bought a quad in January of this year.
Here's the thing, rarely does anyone just buy the $6,800 water ioniser when they become an Enagic distributor. Instead, they're encouraged to buy packages of products, which in Kev's case cost $22,000. They said it would help him jump through the commission ranks quicker.
So she made it sound really good, and that's when I sort of made the decision to jump in.
Hold on, most people don't have $22K laying around to buy into a business opportunity they saw on Instagram. Well, no money, no worries, because Enagic distributors have finance options. In Australia, a lot of new recruits are referred to a company called Pink Loans. Or at least they used to be. Pink Loans reckon they don't do Kangan finance anymore. But in July last year on their website, they said, "We pride ourselves on being the Kangan finance experts." It's run by Janaea Kennett, and she knows all about how Enagic works because she's a former distributor. Pink Loans handled Kev's loan application and found him the money with a company called MoneyMe. The MoneyMe loan came at a variable interest rate of 13.49%, with the company reserving the right to change interest rates, fees, charges and repayment amounts without the borrower's consent.
It was a $20,000 loan, which was going to be $30,000.
And when I spoke to MoneyMe, they said they had no idea the loan was for an Enagic product. The paperwork at their end stated the purpose was to buy or refinance a vehicle. I told Kev, and he said that was news to him too. Buried in the fine print was an introductory fee to be paid to a person called Jared Lawson, who's a finance broker at Pink Loans. Kev had emails from Jared, but he'd never spoken to him and was unclear of the relationship between him and MoneyMe.
This fella was going to get a commission, not only from the loan, but from future royalties from that loan.
When it came to trying to make a sale, he struggled.
They more or less said, sell yourself, you're your product. Also started an online business, which some of you know, and got some really good health products So I was just doing videos, you know, like I've seen a lot of people do that were selling the products. I was pouring my heart out with stuff like about my addictions in my past, and I put my heart on the line, you know, and after it was all over, it was very embarrassing, you know, especially talking to my brother.
Chookies love the Kangen water.
He said to me, Kev, I had people calling me and asking me what's wrong with him. I was doing stuff I don't normally do. I felt like a phony because I had to try and make it work because of the investment I put in, but I never got hardly anyone interested. A few people I knew asked what it was about, and when I told them, that was the last time they mentioned it.
There's a lot of examples you can read about where people have to work extreme amounts of hours, invest money, and they're only, you know, getting back a small proportion that they would have with their part-time or full-time job.
Since our last investigation, Direct Selling Australia has tried to cut ties with Enagic. That's right, the peak body representing Amway, a business once estimated to lose 99.9% of participants' money, wants nothing to do with them. Enagic launched legal action in the New South Wales Supreme Court, and it successfully argued that it had been denied procedural fairness. So it's back as a member, for now. But if Direct Selling Australia thought they had trouble with the Freedom era, wait till they see what's coming next.
Warrior! Warrior! Let's go!
Over 3/4 of salespeople involved in MLMs in Australia are women. But there's a new crew in town.
Brody Nitro here from Online Empires. Welcome to the...
Run by Brody Sal Nitro and UK-based Ashley Kemp. Online Empires claims to have more than 30,000 community members, and its target is tradies.
I think we'll work to a 67 if we don't take action. And mate, true, right, Cobber? I think you're true, mate. I think we should take action.
Lured by those who boast they've managed to down tools, earn tens of thousands of dollars.
Let's go.
Threatening those who call them out along the way.
No, they know for a fact that we would fold them.
Brody goes by Brody Nitro.
I read somebody's ad, asked for information. I watched a 2-hour video, I think, of Clint Christie about some product. I had no idea what the anyone was talking about because I didn't drink water. I smoked cigarettes, mainly just stopped taking drugs at this stage. So wasn't really interested, just wanted to make a pile of cash.
So if you're going to pick one person, you need a team.
We know less about Ashley, but the pair have been running Online Empires for years. And then there's Cam Taylor.
7 News can reveal a self-professed mental health crusader will front court tomorrow accused of running an illegal charity.
In November 2025, he appeared in court on fraud charges related to another side hustle, an apparent mental health charity that wasn't registered as a charity. Carl Courtney says he retired at 32.
I quit my full-time job in 7 months and I pulled my wife out in 12 months, so it's completely doable and it's crazy.
He now offers medical advice.
This one for Christy.
Yeah?
She said she works with a guy that's dad's on dialysis for his kidney. Yeah, get him on the water.
Enagic's policies and procedures seem pretty clear to me. They state, no therapeutic, curative properties or health claims should be made by distributors about the products they are selling, and the distributor must not make any claim that the company products are intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Not that they're being enforced, it's gotten so bad that there's kind of a grassroots uprising happening.
Anyone that's working full-time...
Anti-MLM accounts call out claims made by leading salespeople and act as private support groups for those who feel they've been ripped off and misled. Two of the leaders, bossbabes.bs and Pork Soda, have anonymous accounts. They say they have concerns for their safety.
Take this, Pork Soda! Yeah, you
There's even been a diss track released targeting them.
You are not a warrior, just a little coward. Feeling disempowered, rotten, turn a bit sour. Take away the screen.
In the days following the diss track release, Pork Soda and Boss Babes say their accounts were inundated with fake followers and spam comments, a telltale sign of an automated bot attack. I sent detailed questions to the Enagic distributors in this story, including Clint Morgan, and there's no evidence linking him to the bot attacks. None of the Online Empires crew or any of the others involved in this story responded to my request for comment. I also contacted the Australian Consumer and Competition Commission. They didn't want to comment specifically on Enagic, but said if anyone has any concerns, they should report it.
We're operating in a digital marketplace, and the ACCC needs more resources to be able to target online behaviour. The more strong enforcement action we can have, the more of these schemes will be shut down, or they'll be deterred from setting up.
What's happening with Enagic in Australia is kind of wild, but it's just another MLM doing what MLMs do. Statistically, most people involved aren't going to make any money. And this isn't a niche subculture. Direct Selling Australia says there are about 300,000 people involved in these kind of businesses.
The only reason I'm here is for the next person that comes along and is thinking about buying Enagic products. You're not going to make it.
After being sucked into the funnel and hearing all the promises of financial freedom and time freedom, Kev's actually been left with less time and a debt of more than $20,000 for a bunch of product he's never even taken out of the box. Which leads me to wonder, is anyone going to do anything about this?